Cost Accounting, Chapter 17. In Chapter 17, we talk about quality. We're going to talk about a lot of different factors of quality and things impacting quality within a business. So, obviously, quality is very important to strategic planning. Um, if we have low quality, it's our customers aren't going to support us for very long. We have a lot of different strategic things that we can do for quality that we'll talk about throughout the chapter. We also have different awards that we can win for quality and performance. So one of those is the Baldrige Quality Award. This was established by Congress in 1987, and it recognizes quality and performance achievement. There are different categories for small businesses and larger businesses. The National Institute of Standards and Technology within the U.S. Department of Commerce manages that award and who wins it. We also have the ISO 9000 and the ISO 14000. What the ISO 9000 and 14000 are guidelines for quality management and quality standards. So for the 9000, it's quality management and various quality standards. The IS 14000 relates to environmental management. So we're looking to minimize the harmful effects on the environment. So while the 9000 looks specifically at quality control, the 14,000 set of guidelines looks at the making sure we're also taking care of the environment and our impact on the environment when we're looking at quality standards. We can add value to the organization by looking at the financial and non-financial information related to quality and cost of quality. There's various information about how we can impact quality through various things. So if we invest money in quality and improve quality, we have higher perceived value, higher satisfied customers. We can have lower manufacturing costs, maintain lower inventory, have lower sales return rates, and all of these things build to improved financial performance. So investments in quality are good for our company and our company management. So quality is just that basic level of customer satisfaction with our product or service. When we look at quality, we look at design quality and performance quality. So what does that product do for us, or what kind of service performance are we getting from this company? The design quality is just the kind of features that we want. How do I determine what is a quality product? Some of the problem with this is that people have different ratings of what they're looking for in design and performance quality. So what is the actual versus what are the customer expectations? When we look at the range between our actual performance and our customer expectations, we create our total perceived quality of design and performance. So we have our performance quality failure, design quality failure, and the range of how we can increase quality for our customers is by reducing those failures. We don't want our products and services to fail so that customers are coming back to us with returns or telling other people they shouldn't shop with us because we can't maintain an expectation quality. And so we move into a comprehensive framework for managing and controlling quality. There are a lot of different components in controlling and managing quality. As we can see here, we have customer expectations, the benefits of meeting our customer expectations, how that affects what we do, and the different costs of quality. So we have 4 different costs of quality that we're going to look at in this chapter. They are prevention costs, appraisal costs, internal failure costs, and external failure costs. We covered these in Principles of Accounting too, so you might remember them from our total cost of quality. Things that are part of a comprehensive framework for managing and controlling quality. For one, our business perspective, knowledge of what our processes are, where quality happens across the process, the role of the customer in our process. So obviously, we have a customer-based standpoint when we're looking at making sure that our customers are happy and not dissatisfied. What products has our customer been dissatisfied with? What causes a customer to return our product or bring something back or be dissatisfied with our service? What are their financial components? So quality has a cost. We're going to look at those 4 different costs of quality, as I said, the prevention, appraisal, internal failure, and external failure. Those added together are known as costs of quality. What are our non-financial performance indicators? So anything that could go into a balanced scorecard. What makes our customers unhappy? Could we be losing customers? Feedback loops. So feedback loops help inform future decisions. So feedback loops means that we're continuously looking at this process. So continuously evaluating what our costs of quality are, what are the non-financial performance indications, what is the role of the customer in creating those feedback loops and feeding information into those feedback loops. Then we're going to look at relative cost analysis of quality-related spending and investment. So when do we invest in quality? Is it in materials? Is it part of our design? Is it part of our service performance? Where strategically do we put those investments to quality in? Our linkage to operations, management, and statistics, and the breadth of the system. This is our value chain approach. So when we're looking for measuring performance and measuring quality, we're looking at that information across the entire value chain. One of the things for controlling quality and managing quality is removing non-value chain components, breakdowns, and product scrap and product defaults and stuff are all part of non-value added things across the value chain that we're trying to reduce as part of those quality things. Different ways that we can look at creating quality systems. So we look at a couple of different quality related systems. One of these is the Six Sigma approach, or the DMAIC, for quality related expectations. So Six Sigma is a supply chain management approach that is often implemented in manufacturing organizations. For those 6 steps, we have define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So when we're looking at the teams, we're defining what the specific problem is. Measuring, that's when we collect all of our relevant information and data. And then under analyzing, we look at what is the problem. We look at our data to try to show us where that problem is. Then we find improvements and implement those improvements. In the control stage, we look at final controls so that the problems that we indicated first never happen again. It's also part of continuous improvement. Sigma relates to process standard improvement. When we are implementing Six Sigma, we're looking for a reward system. We have ongoing training. We're looking at continuous improvement. We are looking to avoid employee layoffs, and When we're looking at the goalpost versus the absolute conformance, we're looking at the quality expectations or our tolerance of quality and what we'll accept. So this acceptable range of quality characteristics. So do we have a goalpost conformance or do we have an absolute quality conformance? And we'll look at those in the next slide. So in a goalpost conformance, this assumes that we incur no quality or failure costs or loss if the quality measures fall within the specified limit. So we have a tolerance range where that product's okay enough to sell, but as long as it fits within that lower limit and upper limit range. With the absolute conformance or the robust quality approach, products or services have to meet an exact target with no variation allowed. So there isn't a range within which we allow variations to be okay. So when companies are deciding what kind of a quality approach they want to take, they need to decide if they want to go with the goalpost approach or the absolute conformance approach. And what are the strategic advantages of that? When we look at an extension of the absolute performance approach, we get into the Taguchi quality loss functions. So the Taguchi quality loss functions looks at what is the quality cost or losses. So the farther away we get from that target quality, the greater the penalty or cost or loss. So the further we get away from this exact target value, the higher our loss becomes. So when we look at that, the equation for that is our loss equals the total quality cost divided by the tolerance allowed, where we look at total quality cost divided by our tolerance allowed. So in this example, we've determined that no customer will accept sheet metal deviating more than 0.05 from the target thickness, 0.5. So the cost to the firm for each rejection by a customer is estimated as $5,000. Therefore, our cost coefficient is 5,000 divided by the 0.05 squared, or our tolerance allowed, which is $2 million. So when we look at that quality loss function, what is the estimated quality cost or loss if the actual thickness of a unit is 0.47? So remember, our perfect is 0.5. So we have a loss of $1,800 if we have a unit that is 0.47 instead of 0.5. We can expand this function out and look at all of our products within a specific period. So when we're looking at our expected or average loss per unit, we're also looking at the deviation of our mean of that quality characteristic from the target value. So how often or what is the prediction that we would have variances? What is the probability that we have variance from that 0.5 thickness value? And how do we measure that and look at that across a range?